Elohim, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Israel, who created all existence by his word alone, who said, "There's only begotten one, whoever believe on him shall not perish but have everlasting life." He's giving us another day, y'all. Shalom. I'm the mad trucker. Forgive my tardiness. I've been dealing with some business and some things that I had to, some personal affairs. And I'm coming on late today. I didn't come on yesterday. So I'm coming on today. And this live is welcome to all who would like to attend, on the condition that you first read my channel description. If it's something that you're interested in participating in, listening is free, but if you want to participate in the comment section, you're more than welcome to, regardless of your religion, your race, your culture. The only thing you have to do is greet everybody peacefully first in the comment section. A little hand with the says hi doesn't count. You have to type peaceful greeting according to your culture, your customs, and your way. And this live is for the purposes of conversations. Conversations, never mind what your websites say. Conversations, for the purposes of this live, the working definition of a conversation is as follows. A conversation is truthful and honest questions and answers using logic to come up with solutions to problems that affect all of us. So if you're here to cause problems, you're in the wrong live. I will treat you accordingly. Listening is free. Nobody's holding guns to anybody's head, making them listening to me. Nobody's making you listen. Nobody's making you tune in. And I'm not monetized by YouTube or any social media platform. Get my co-host. Come on, Newbert. Sit. Hold on just a second. Nobody's making anybody watch anybody. And it is a place for conversations. Conversations, like I said, is what I defined it as. And it's not about me being right. It's about a righteous standard that we all can agree to, regardless of your race, religion, or lack thereof. And if you disagree that the working definition of justice is the ones that need help the most get the most help, and nobody's mistreated for any reason, then you have SBS. And it's not an insult, it's an observational statement. And SBS stands for smooth brain syndrome. It's not an insult, it's not a put down. It is a condition that I discovered in 2016 that I had to cure myself of, because the only person that can cure themselves of that affliction is the person that's suffering from it. By first stepping outside of your ego, realizing the world is much bigger than you. It's not about you. And subscribing to a higher standard. It says, do unto others as you have others do unto you. And then research the topic again. And this time, letting all the information stick instead of sliding off because it doesn't align with a certain agenda that has the world messed up. So I want to say thank you if you're watching this now at a later date. I want to say forgive me for coming on an hour late, because I am an hour late. I usually go on 0400, sit down, noobs. I go on live 1400 hours. 1600 hours. That's 4 o'clock Central Standard Time, plus or minus 15 minutes. And I'm well outside of that, because I've had some things that I had to deal with yesterday and today. And if you have been tuning in and you've been looking for the live, all you have to do is check my channel and look at the post. I'll post when I go on live, and I'll post the topics. And today is going to be an open topic. So if nobody comes in the next 30 minutes, I'll politely just sign off. But this live is for the purposes of conversations, not arguments or debates, because I've discovered in my over half a century being on this planet that arguments and debates do not, I repeat, do not solve problems. The only thing that can solve a problem is a conversation. Somebody has to win an argument. Somebody has to win a debate. No one wins a conversation, because everybody that participates in a conversation, they become winners because they have a deeper understanding of one another. And even if they don't subscribe to their ideology or their spirituality or their belief, they can agree to that standard, that higher standard, that do unto others as you have others do unto you thing. Those words in red, they work for me. And I don't tell people what to do. I just share what works because it's been working from creation. And the further and further man strays away from the higher standard, the worse the world is going to get. That's logical. How can you get mad if, why would you be mad if you stole something from somebody that didn't deserve it and somebody steals from you? If you're married and your wife cheats on you, how could you be mad at your wife when you cheating on your wife? Doesn't make sense, does it? Yeah, how is it that you want to go unalive somebody just because they don't pray like you, or look like you, or dress like you, or speak like you? How can you go out and just feel justified in unaliving someone for that and not expect that to happen to you? How could you get mad if somebody comes and they do that to you? They unalive you because they don't like the way you talk or you speak or you dress. You see how that higher standard applies to humanity as a whole? And how the further and further we get away from that higher standard, the worse the world's going to be. And how the Bible, the scripture, the load I'm always going on about has never lied. It's never lied. But people, man, they've always lied about that load. Trying to be gods. But they're not the most high. I'm not the most high. And I always say this live isn't about me. It's not about you. It's about a higher standard for those that want it. Goes back to that SBS thing, right? The only person that can cure themselves of the affliction is the person that's affected with the affliction. That SBS affliction. That's not an insult. It's not a put down. And if you take it as an insult, you have the syndrome. The syndrome. Because if you take it as an insult, all you have to do is come to my live and ask me to clarify my semantics. Because I don't argue semantics with anybody. A fool argues semantics, or they don't know the definition of the word semantic. They don't know what a semantic is. And they want to skirt accountability. So they'll jump to that branch and say that you're arguing semantics. No, semantic is just words and the use thereof in conversation. You can clarify your semantics. And that's what I do. I clarify my semantics. So if you see a video and you take my presentation the wrong way and you take the words that I'm using the wrong way, you can come here and ask me directly, well, what did you mean by that, Mad Trucker? What kind of information are you trying to enlighten people to, Mad Trucker? And I don't know any other content creator on YouTube, any social media platform that's doing that. Yeah, because like I said, it ain't about me. It's about a mutual understanding and a higher standard that trumps everybody, that will work for everybody if they hook up to that load, the scripture, those words in red that people have lied about. Yeah, there's a preacher that had his wife in a hoochie mama dress. This is a perfect example of what I mean about how man lies about the scripture because they want to skirt accountability. Yeah, this man, he said, I bought my wife that dress with her breastises out, and her legs and stuff. Yeah. I bought her that dress instead of saying, well, look, baby, I bought you that dress when we're at home because that's just for my eyes to see. I don't want you going out there tempting other men. That's what a righteous man would do. But you're going to have some people that still go to that soul pimp's church. That's what he is. He's a magician. The word of the Most High is whatever that preacher says it is, outside of what it really is. Because a preacher, a pastor, anyone that claims to be a man of Yah, a man of God, is not supposed to have his wife dressing like that in front of the congregation. You have, and this is no shot at the LGBT community, but they showing up take shots at those that follow that higher standard. You have these gay preachers, these gay pastors, these gay priests. No, it's not because the Mad Trucker says so. It's because it's right there in Leviticus chapter 18. It says so. You can't preach the gospel with booty on your breath. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to use the scripture to justify sin. And it clearly states in Leviticus that a man shall not lay with a man as he does with a woman. And two women, they ain't supposed to lay down like that either. Now, if that's what you do, then that's your cross to bear. Are you going to suffer the flesh? Answer that for yourself. And like I said, my live is welcome to all. So if you're a member of that community, this is no shot at you. But I'm telling you, come as you are, but don't stay that way. And I'm not telling you what to do. And if that's the life that you choose, then live that life. But see, the thing is, it's not what you put, it's not who you lay down with going to defile you. It's what come out your mouth about who you lay down with. Goes back to that preacher, right? There's other preachers that were sleeping with the congregation, sleeping with women in the congregation, paying for their abortions. Right? Is that what a man of God would do? No, that's not what a man of God would do, according to the load, according to the scripture. So when I say these things, if you're in the LGBT community, or if you're one of those quote unquote Christians that attend that church where the pastor's wife dresses like a whore, because that's what that dress made her look like, a whore, then that's on you. That's your cross to bear. Don't get mad at the mad trucker, because I'm trucking with the load. I'm a ride with the word. You all can ride with what those magicians and soul pimps want to tell you. And that's not a shot either, because at one time in my life, I did too. Told me, yeah, Christ did away with the law, had me believing that lie until I read it for myself so that it could bless me. Sure did. I was one of those guys listening to those soul pimps telling me